in high school, those of you who know me may could imagine that I was an extreme rule follower. No drinking, no smoking, no sex. I see Dave's making a face, and I will tell you that if I saw a rule I didn't think I could follow, I would just get them to change the rule. So like really did things by the book. And then I hit college and that sort of slipped away. And then by the time I moved to New York City at 21, I had left that life completely behind. I was sowing my wild oats. I did things like take the regular from the bar where I waited tables home, and then go to work the next day to have the other servers tell me that not only did he have a live-in girlfriend, but they all had taken him home before they figured that out as well. Or the last night that I waited tables at that bar, we went to another bar, all the girls who waited tables, and I remembered exactly two things from that night. They put 3 chairs together in a row so that they could lay me down on them while they kept partying. And when they were ready to go home, they put me in a cab with money, gave the cab driver my address. And those are the 2 things I remember from that night. Now, the next morning, I can tell you, it was the worst hangover I had ever or will ever have. And that was really all that, it took over my about last night for a while. There was also the time I went to a bar to meet a guy, and he showed up with a 3/4 size mannequin that was naked and had no head, like a very large Barbie doll, who sat between us at the bar during our date. I also went home with him. So at this point, New Year's Eve comes along, and it should surprise no one that I thought, oh, getting set up on a blind date on New Year's Eve makes perfect sense. I mean, I had no qualms about it, right? Like 6 months of sowing my wild oats in New York City was plenty. And someone said they had someone they wanted me to meet. And I thought, okay, why not? My best friend wanted to hang out with this guy that I knew. So basically she said, you bring him for me, I'll bring this guy for you. We'll cook a big dinner at your apartment. We'll go to that party. It'll be great. I was like, sure, double date, blind date, what do I care? And that's exactly what we did. Huge pot of spaghetti, got all fancied up, and then went to a party on the Brooklyn Promenade. Lovely. Whenever I tell this story, people always look at me funny about accepting a blind date on New Year's Eve. And I got to tell you, it's not like it's Valentine's Day, right? I was like, whatever. We were partying so much back then that in some ways it was just another night. I mean, we got dressed up and there were fireworks, but really, honestly, to me, it was just another night. So I liked the guy and he liked me, which meant we went glass for champagne all night. I think we counted 13 between us. And then people went into the living room to turn the TV on for the last couple minutes of 1997. And I took him to the breakfast nook, which had a window looking out over the East River, where I knew there would be fireworks at midnight. So while everyone, my boisterous, horrible friends who he did not like, they were doing things like peeing in stairwells and whatnot, were having the time of their life in the living room, he and I had our first kiss at midnight with fireworks behind us. All good, all good. When the night is over, there are no cabs to be found. Someone finds a car service number. They send 2 cars, which is enough for all of my friends to get back to our side of Brooklyn, except for 2 of us. I voluntold my date we would be walking home to my place. It was 17 degrees out. I checked the weather history this morning. I mean, I remember it was cold, but it was 17 degrees at 3 a.m. on January 1st, 1998. And I was wearing silver heels, something I have never done since, nor never will again, right? So we go. And when we get there, my best friend is asleep on my couch and we don't want to disturb her. So we head right for my bedroom. Now, here's the thing that I now understand people are concerned about. I have an annual reminder of that blind date every year for the rest of my life. this is something that at 22, I was not concerned about, right? And so I was like, it'll be fine. What's blind date, New Year's Eve? Who cares? Well, now, every year since then, I have a reminder of my first kiss with my husband, Sam, with fireworks going off behind us, a very cold walk, and the bronchitis he came down with the next day.